Hi, I'm Drane from Harcourt Sills Living, and welcome to another edition of my market update. Well, today I'm here with one of my senior sales professionals, Paul Moriarty, and he's going to talk about why in this market it's a great time to upsize and save. Paul, tell me why those vendors that might be reluctant to sell their property and upsize to a bigger home, why is now a good time?
Andrew, the falling market, and I think we'd all agree we've seen the market in 2018 come back a little bit from where it was.
Yep.
This falling market represents the absolute best time for people who are in a smaller house, wanting that bigger house, to go ahead and make that move.
Why is that?
Let's look at it like this. Can I give you an example?
Yeah, go for it.
You're living in a home that, at the peak of the market last year, was probably worth around $1 million.
Yep.
And we say that market, let's say it's come back 10%. So you could expect to sell your house now at about 900,000. Would you agree?
About 100 grand less, yep.
Yeah, okay. The house you're looking for is a little bit nicer, a bit bigger in a nicer suburb at about $1.5 million. That property's also come back around that 10%, perhaps even a little bit more. We see that the more expensive homes tend to drop a little bit more.
Yep.
But let's call it 10%. So that property that was $1.5 million is now on the market at around about 1.35.
Okay, so in percentage terms, you're better off if you're upgrading because the reduction in percentage terms for those bigger homes is a lot higher.
Absolutely. So if you were there last year looking to buy that home, it was going to cost you $500,000 more.
Okay.
With both of them coming back that 10%, you're now only up for $450,000.
Makes sense.
So we've got a 10% reduction in the cost of what it's going to take for you to go from where you are to where you want to be compared to last year.
Why do you think people don't see it that way? Are they a bit reluctant to they think a falling market means that we're going to be losing money?
Exactly right. Most people out there, oh, my house used to be worth this and now it's worth a little bit less, and put the brakes on and think, no, well, we'll just wait for the market to recover.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, the history of Sydney property cycle is we've got 6 or 7 years of growth, a bit of a drop back from the peak, and then a plateau that typically goes for around about another 6 or 7 years.
But importantly, there's always opportunities for somebody, isn't there, in a rising or a falling market?
In a rising or falling market, it's the same with the stock market. A bear market or a bull market, you can always find the opportunity to profit, but you need to know where to look.
So even a better scenario here for a potential owner to capitalise on this market, if they could secure a really good price for their property and then negotiate a price that's favourable to them at the other end, they can come out with even more money.
Well, that's right. We're just working on some basic figures, that 10%. What we really need to do is have a look at your place, make sure that we know exactly where that fits in the market today, look at where you're going, and then try and maximise the reduction in that point from where you are to where you want to buy, and save you as much money as we can.
That makes perfect sense, mate. So it's important that you get an agent that knows how to negotiate to sell your home, and then maybe go and look at properties and try and negotiate the agent down in price there. That's the best scenario, isn't it?
Absolutely, and that's us at Harcourts. We're a full service company.
I can't put it any better. I want to thank Paul for his time here today. I'm Drane from Harcourt Sills Living. I'll see you next week at our weekly market update.